Over the years, you've learned to trust your gut instinct when it tells you someone's off. Me too. Dude, actually, this is a huge thing when meeting a lot of creators. When I was a smaller creator and I was just kind of interacting with whomever was around, there were a lot of people that I had like a gut instinct about, but nothing happened that would make me be able to say, I don't think I want to be around this person. Nothing specific happened that I could point to tell other people this is why I don't want to be in collabs with so-and-so or anything like that. And then over time, something would always happen. Sometimes it took a year and a half, 2 years. There were a lot of people that I just quietly, slowly stopped interacting with because I didn't have anything I could point at to be like, this is why I don't want to interact with this person. They did this heinous thing or, you know, whatever. But I started trusting my gut more because, you know, more and more times, someone who I had like, yeah, like that intuition on, a year later, something would come out and they would do a thing and I'd be like, that's that's it. I felt like they were the type to do that, but I had no evidence, so I didn't want to go around and be like, oh, this person, but you know, of course. But then something happens and I'm like, there it is, right? So it's just been interesting. Same thing with feeling positive about people too. There's some people that some folks would be like, oh, I don't like that this person did this, did that, whatever. And I'd be like, the vibe I get from them is different though. And then after like digging into it, I'll find that the story from one side seems one way, but then when you get all sides, it's very different, right? And then in the end, I'm like, I think I will be cool with this person, right? Like, I don't know. I've just been trusting my gut a lot more on that kind of stuff too. I don't know. Sometimes you just have a spidey sense that goes off and you're like, ooh. When the random e-celeb you hate for no reason does something to warrant your hate. I mean, you never treat someone like that if there's no proof of a thing, but it's okay to want to just leave yourself out of it. And for no reason other than, I get a weird vibe. That's okay. You know, and I think over time I started living by that more. Whereas before that, I wouldn't. I would just be like, I don't have hard evidence of this thing, so I should be super nice to this person and act like, you know, really friendly. And then over time, I was like, nah, even if I have a good time sitting with someone and doing something, if I still get this vibe that like they want something from me or like something is odd, you know, I should just not approach it. And it turned out to be right every time. It's scary. I remember my friend Mint Costello. My friend Mint, there was someone where I remember telling her, I was like, you know, I can't put my finger on it, but I think this person, I don't think I want to do things with them because I don't know, just something about the vibe is off. So, you know, I'll be refraining. And she was like, okay. And then sometime later, they like did something crazy, something very crazy, very public. And she messaged me and she went, I will never not trust your gut. And I was like, right? Because this person like did nothing up until that point, you know? So there was nothing I could point at to say why the vibe was weird. I was just like, there's just I don't know, there's something. And when I said it to her, I wasn't like warning her, like, don't hang out with this person. You know, I was just like, I just mentioned it. And I was like, oh yeah, I don't know why I feel this way. I can't put my finger on it. And then way later it comes out. I was like, oh my God, okay. Not liking someone else is not a flaw. That's true. You know, yeah, I think as time has passed, I've gotten better at that. But for the longest time, I always was like, I would still give people the time of day, even if I felt like something was off, because if they hadn't directly done a thing, it was like a court in my head, right? Like if I don't have a provable offense, then I have to treat them just as nicely as I would treat someone that I got good vibes from. That was kind of how I treated it, which is too black and white, not nuanced enough for real life, right? Like it's just not. And, you know, over time I've learned to not waste my time. Right? Like if the vibe is off, it's okay to just be like, yeah, I just won't interact, right? I don't know. Every mistake you've made, like major mistake at least, was from not trusting your gut. Yeah. I think a good fair amount of mine as well, for sure.